GeneralJSmith here with another LEGO Star Wars Classic review. And this time we have the Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, the second variant of his Interceptor. I have first in this colour, but anyway. Set number is 9494. Get it? 9494. Anyway. Ages 8 to 14. Comes with exactly 300 pieces and is £35 or $40. Quite frankly, this is a prime example of where LEGO, to be honest, has overpriced it. Don't get me wrong, alright, I just want to get out there. This is actually a very, very good set. I so wanted to get this before I had it, and now that I've had it, it didn't disappoint me. It's such a brilliant set all round. However, if it was £30 and $30, then that would be probably the best priced set ever created by LEGO. For exactly to the piece, 300. I don't really know why it wasn't £30. I mean, yeah, I know. It's very cool, and I think it's definitely worth £35. I mean, I bought it at least. But, you know, for the pieces, that would have been the best price set for the amount of pieces ever. So, but unfortunately, they didn't do that. But even so, it is definitely much worth that money, and I definitely much recommend it. I think you can still buy it. Even though it only came out last year of 2012, I think it's still quite expensive now. I think you can still buy it. I don't think it's been retired yet. However, it's still quite expensive on Amazon. I think I don't think Lego actually. I think Lego's the same, but you get what I mean. But anyway, though, we do get some really nice figures. In fact, these are all useful, really. So let's get into them. First one we have Anakin Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, whatever. I think technically by this point he's Darth Vader. Sorry, it's having a bit of trouble finding all the printing because it's a very black torso. He just gets a normal blue lightsaber, obviously. Put that down, just creating shadow. And that's his nice printing. To compare him to the one from Palpatine's Arrest, there's actually, I think, exactly the same printing. Is it? I think it is. It should be, at least, because obviously in the movie it didn't actually change. So it should be exactly the same printing. I think it is. Very nice, though, on both torsos. Very nice. He does come with the exact same leg printing on both as well. Brown legs with the black, I don't know, like Jedis tend to wear this sort of cape skirt thing. He comes with the black hand, which is his glove, which he puts over his robotic hand. That's cool. Back printing. I'm going a bit, well, not that quick actually, I'm going normal speed, but it's because I already did the review of Palpatine's Arrest, which you can check that out. I think I compared them in that one as well, so very nice detailing indeed. The only difference, the hairs are exactly the same shade. Are they? Yeah, they are. Exactly the same shade and exactly the same piece. The only difference is, of course, the faces. Take them off. Not the faces, but This is definitely my best Anakin I possess from Palpatine's Arrest, because he's sort of like friendly, you know, good Anakin before he turned evil. Well, technically this is Anakin, not Darth Vader, but there you go. So, just basically, you know, slightly meaner with the yellow eyes. They both do have back face printing, because in Palpatine's Arrest, that's the point where he turns into Darth Vader. So, you know, I don't use that face though. I use the normal face. It's just exactly the same face basically, except this one's a bit more angry. I think you can see. So, yeah. Don't say about that. Hang on. Just put the hair back on. To be honest, well, yeah, I mean, this is definitely a very, very nice figure. I'm not joking. The printing is very cool and everything. However, to be honest, unless you're recreating this specific scene, then you will never really use this, because you will either use the friendly Anakin that we've got in Palpatine's Arrest, or you will use Darth Vader, because Anakin is only like this for a very short period of time before he's, you know, well, in pain. I think you can watch the movie for that, and turns into Darth Vader. So he's only like this for a very short period of time, so unless you're recreating this specific scene, then you won't really need him that much. Just use Palpatine's Arrest Anakin. Okay then, On to the next figure, we have Obi-Wan. I'm not going to compare this one, because I've compared him in so many other reviews. The gunship, I can't think of any others, but yeah, so I'm not going to compare him again. You watch all those other reviews where he's been. Very nice printing though. This is definitely the best Obi-Wan, again, like Anakin. One of the best Obi-Wans, if not the best Obi-Wan ever produced. This is the best Obi-Wan in my possession. I do have the episode 2 one, but I like the episode 3 one more. Very nice back printing. Just has his normal, I was about to say yellow, normal blue lightsaber. You're my brother, Anakin, is a famous quote from the film. And then just his sad, well not sad, but sort of, I suppose normal look really, because Obi-Wan's always striked me as a bit of a grumpy person. I don't know why really, he's always been a bit grumpy to me. That's actually different hair to the Clone Wars variant of Obi-Wan. A lot of people thought it was the same hairpiece. It's actually a different hairpiece. It looks very similar though. I think it fits very well. And he does have back face printing, which is obviously again like Anakin's a lot more angry, and I forgot the quotes. Obviously, you're my brother Anakin. You're meant to destroy the Sith, not join them. I actually kind of find that quote a bit funny. The fact when he says you're meant to destroy the Sith, not join them. I don't know why I find that funny. Yeah, I'm not funny. Oh well. Anyway, so there you go. That's cool. I love the way his beard actually goes into his hair. That's rare. It's rare for it actually to go in and for actually to work. But anyway, it does. Oh gosh, these speeders are really long. Okay, next one here is R2. Nothing to say about him. The exact same R2 we've got in all other sets. Apparently, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before. I probably should have. He is the most recurring figure of any figure ever. Like, sets-wise, since the beginning of LEGO Star Wars, when it was released, he's been the most sets. And actually, I've never actually done this before, but I'm going to compare him. I mean, I understand, yes, that, who needs to compare him. If you collect LEGO Star Wars, then you'll know. You'll have, at least one of him, because just, you will. He's like in every set. Well, not every set, but yeah. But I feel like I can compare him anyway, because I'm not sure if I've ever done that before. I might have. Okay, this one's a bit old, just a bit scratched, but there you go. I think we've had this R2 since like 2009. Not 8. I remember he wasn't in 2008 sets. I think he was in the 2009 sets though. It's just better in every way, really. And actually, it's not just white, the same shade as this one is. It's actually more grey, the dome on top. I don't know really why I'm doing this, because no one needs to know. I think everyone understands the differences. Everyone's got one. So, there you go. And he can actually fully fit in the Starfighter! Yay! Which is a completely new thing. Okay, on to the next thing, we just have a security battle droid. Oops. I mean, nothing particularly special about him. Just red. From the Naboo Starfighter in 2011, we got 2 of them, and they both wasn't fully red. It was like, well, this little patch in the middle that wasn't red, and it's slightly different on this one, but very slightly. You can definitely call them both security droids. Yeah. These are the people Anakin killed. Yeah, along with the security battle droids. This took place on Mustafar, obviously. I think everyone knows that, really. Nothing really. Just another droid Andrew collection. Very nice. I'm very glad they gave us one of them. It'd be nice actually if they gave us 2, since that Anakin I think kills like 5 of them or something, probably more in the actual scene. So it's nice if they gave us 2, but whatever. And then the final figure, probably, well, printing wise and for the fact it's unique, one of the best. We get a new Gunray, not a Clone Wars version. Oops, he dropped in there. Not a Clone Wars New Gunray, and this is a Clone Wars New Gunray. I'll compare it in a minute. The main part is the fact that he doesn't come with actual minifigure legs, just this piece. Which actually I like how they use this. Just this, I don't know, 2x1 or something slope, please. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's a brick of sort. And I love the way the printing just fits in very easily. It's pretty, well, if you move it about a lot, then it can come off pretty easy. It's easier to take this off than it is normal minifigure legs. However, I think it stays in there fairly well. If you're doing a stop motion, you can just go along like that. So, I don't think it's that bad. I love the way the printing actually goes into, you know, the torso downwards, and that's very cool. I love the way it sort of just goes. That says, I don't know what that is, just robes. He does have back printing, however it doesn't go onto the back. It would be nice if it did, the back of here, but what are you going to do? Just the same thing, very cool. And yeah, very nice. I like how they utilised this piece, very nice. They've just got brown arms and green hands to match the skin. Now, whoops. Okay. Compared to the Clone Wars Newt Gunray, which we got in the shuttle, which I'll be doing a review of probably in 2014, because that isn't actually built yet. This is the Clone Wars one, and actually is a lot more grey, the skin colour, than this one. This one's probably a lot more accurate. It's green. Eyes. It's very nice. I think this one's a lot better in many ways, really. I actually think it looks more like Newt Gunray completely. This one was very good at the time, because this one's a completely unique figure. However, you know, it's not really compared, you know. Really, most of the time I'd just use this figure, if I was going to use Newt Gunray. Just, yeah, that's what he looks like in the Clone Wars. He doesn't even have back printing, so. The main difference, I suppose, is the fact that this one has grey skin as opposed to green skin. He's quite worried at the moment. That's his face expression. He's quite worried that Anakin's about to kill him. I've got to stop saying Anakin. It's Darth Vader now. So there you go. Well, they both seem quite worried. He hasn't got any back printing, back face printing, whatever. They also, their hats, which is a completely new piece. I can't put it back on. Okay, completely new mold. They are different colours. This one was grey. Obviously, you see this one's red. I've never done this piece before, so I'm going to do it now. Look at how cool that piece is. It's actually very cool. I'm glad they did a whole new piece of Newt Gunray. It's not unheard of for LEGO to just like ignore it and try to make it out of LEGO pieces. So I'm actually kind of glad they made a whole new piece for it. And this is what I'm talking about when LEGO sometimes makes whole new molds for some figures and not others. And I don't really understand that, why they do it for some and not others. You know, like in my Gunship review, I was talking about the clone pilot that should have had a new mold for its helmet. Well, I don't know why it didn't, because this one has a clean new mold and it's just one figure. If anything, the clone pilot would be used more than this figure, wouldn't it? You know, so there you go. So that's very cool. Yeah, and I think definitely worthwhile. Now, onto, not the main set, but you do get these two other little sets, which I suppose is why it's £35, and why it's more up in pieces. Because if it was just this set, and like Anakin and R2, then it'd probably be £20. And I am referring to the 2014 one. But I'll talk about that later. Anyway, we do get these two little sets, because as I say, also Mustafar, the obvious Mustafar battle. We get this droid thing, which is actually made out of Lego bricks, which I actually really like. I love the way it's done. It looks so cool. And basically what happens... Where are they? Okay. Who's on where? Oh yeah. Anakin, because there's another Lego set called the Ultimate Showdown, which came out quite a few years ago, which I don't have. And I doubt getting really. And anyway, it's like, where they were fighting, it went down the edge of this lava volcano, if you understand. And Anakin jumped off, and so did Obi-Wan, and they jumped on these floating things, which I think are like, because Mustafar's a volcanic planet, pretty much completely covered in lava, and they use it for mining, because there's a lot of good minerals that the Republic can use for like fuel and just stuff like that, so they use a lot of mining, and these are mining droids. I don't know why I put Anakin on there, I'll put them on there, back on later. And it has these very nice clear pieces, which can be very useful. You get 6 of them in this set. Very useful clear pieces, and also, you know, they're just, I love the way it just goes on like the fire lava or whatever, floats above it. It's got these heat shields, which are actually extremely good in not burning it, because obviously Mustafar is a volcanic planet, so it's very hot. So these heat shields on these droids have to be very good, and they are actually, because this droid is half submerged in the lava, and actually isn't affected at all. So they're apparently extremely good heat shields. I love the way it's done. It's not actually attached, by the way. The head isn't attached to this piece, just a black, clear, not clear, flat piece. And it's just like, you see this thing here, just rests on it. So, and I don't actually mind that, because the thing is, even if you put it upside down or you shake it about, whatever, it's not going to do anything. So, that's cool. I love the eyes. Now, this might just be me, but leave in the comments if it's the same for you. It reminds me of Wally. It does. I don't know why. It's just the eyes, really. It's kind of funny. But yeah. So that's very cool. I love the arms that move. That's actually their field of movement. They don't move anymore, unfortunately. They're just like the Exo Force arms. You probably don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, but yeah. Actually, it's very cool. I'm extremely glad they included this. Actually, thank you, Lego. They didn't have to, but they did, Very cool. And also the other thing you get is the thing Obi-Wan's riding, which Anakin then jumps on. Darth Vader! Stop saying Anakin! Anyway, and it's just this platform. Sorry it's a bit dusty, but it's been my... you get 4 pieces on this one, so you get 7 of these clear pieces, which will be very useful. So, you can get a few of this set, Actually, it wouldn't kill you to get, I would, if I had the money, get 3 of the set. I'd open 2 and then keep 1 for future dates, because I think it's going to be really expensive when it's old. I would open the other one because you'd get another security droid, and also, you don't just see Newt Gunray. That's not the only person with a species. There are obviously other people from a species there as well, which Anakin kills. They don't look exactly like him, but they have little skin color and everything, so you can make a whole scene of that. So there you go. I really love the way it's the same system, just floating on the lava. Well, not floating, hovering. Very basic, however very nice. It's got that piece that let's connect this thing. That's the sensor eye, what should we call it? And it's got that piece where you connect it on both sides. But you're meant to connect it on this side. I don't know why it's both sides. I suppose you can change which side you want it on. But, I don't know. If you want to, whatever. These flaps just go up and down. I think you can work out how they work. It's just a bit of added detail. It's a very basic design of plane, and I think that's one of the good things about how simple it is, and it's just so effective. And what happens, they both jump off this thing, which is going to lava, because obviously they don't want to die. They both jump on these things. Yeah. So they're going along like this, and they're fighting, which is actually very much like the Ultimate Duel. If you do have the Ultimate Duel, or Showdown, or whatever set that is, this is a very good added addition to that set. It seriously is. Seriously, if you have that set, or even if you don't have this set, really get this, because it's so cool. It's like the Duel on Geonosis, which came out this year, where you had like Yoda on that thing where you could play about with them, you could go up and down or whatever. On this one, you can hold them, and look, they can actually fight. This is the end for you, my master. And then he jumps off. Oops. Okay, that never happens. That was just, I don't know what happened this time. He jumps off. He jumps off here. And they continue their fight. Until Obi-Wan jumps off onto the ridge, and then he gets cut. Yeah, watch the film. Actually, seriously, watch the film, because if you haven't watched it, then what have you been doing? Even if you don't like the prequels, which some people don't. Episode 3 is definitely my best film. No doubt. Definitely. It's so cool. Anyway, though. So there you go. And now onto the main set. I've actually spent quite a bit of time on just that. Onto the main set, though, is his Starfighter, which actually, this is the 4th Jedi Interceptor we've ever had. We had a red and a yellow one, which was like in 2005 or something when they came out. Then we had a blue one in 2007. Now we're getting a green one. And these have all been seen in episode 3. If you look on this was like the least seen, actually, because you can barely make out it's even green. Or at least I couldn't. I thought it was actually like, I don't know, red or something. But anyway, so it is green. You see it very briefly where he lands on Mustafar and where he's talking to Padme. You really have to watch the film. I do have the blue one, however it is broken up so I can't compare it. I really wish I did. But when I do the review of the 2014 yellow one, the newest one that will be coming out then, I will compare that one to this one. So, stay tuned for that. This is by far the best version. It's not my favourite colour for Interceptors, however, the way it looks, the mechanics, everything about it is definitely best. They've definitely very much improved it since those olden days. The main thing is the fact that now you don't have to just put in the head, because before you just had like to put in the head of the droid, you know, like with the V-wings. But now you can put in the whole body. See, can you see that piece there? That piece? That just connects to the bottom of R2 basically. And you just turn his head. Believe it or not, this is one of the few sets that is actually accurate. Because most sets, like the X-Wing, where you have to put in the droid sideways, that isn't accurate. It's obviously meant, the droid's meant to go in like that in the X-Wing. However, this is one of the few sets which actually meant to, the droid is actually meant to go in sideways. So, that's kind of cool. So there he is, and you can actually put the full in, his legs can move about on the bottom, which is kind of funny, the fact he seems so, like he seems like he's on one of those rides, where you sort of sit in a chair, but your, legs are loose, and you go up in the air and stuff, and it's kind of scary, but yeah, his legs are really loose, and he should basically sit on the seat, and his legs aren't supported by anything, but you know, whatever. It's so cool that you can put them all in there. You don't have to take off his head, that's extremely cool. You get these laser guns, which are much better detailing than the old ones. Very cool. You know. In fact, hopefully by the time I do the 2014 review of the yellow one, the old one as well might be built, the blue one I have. So I might compare all three. You know, hopefully. I definitely like the detailing a lot more. That's a sticker, that's a sticker. The green colour isn't my actually favourite colour. My favourite colour for Interceptors is actually probably blue or red. I'm not sure. That's a sticker. That's a sticker, obviously. That's a sticker. And that's a sticker. It's just so cool. It's actually a lot... I think it's not a lot longer, but a bit longer than the others. I think it looks a lot more accurate. Just so cool. Seriously. Under here, where R2 is on this side, on the other side you have, like every other set, flick fire missiles. And you just flick them. Oh, there you go. Like so, and they just flick out. You can guess how they work. The cockpit does open like all the others. It's actually a bit lighter. The other ones were more dark. This grey was a bit more dark. By the way, even though it does open, oops, like this. Oh yeah, this is a main problem. This piece, which is meant to go down on to come up with it occasionally. Anyway, this piece, whole piece, isn't meant to open like that. It's just meant to be this. See around the edge, that line. That's the bit that's meant to open, but I don't think Lego's going to make a whole new piece because it'd be kind of fragile. By the way, as I just showed you, that piece keeps coming up with it. That's a major flaw. However, I'd accept that because all the other sets we had before this, all the Interceptors, this thing was loosely on and it wasn't actually held down by anything. So basically, you could fly if you flew it upside down, it would fall downwards. But I'm really glad that now you can attach to one piece. However, it does keep coming up with it. Like you put it up, then you'll see the piece on here, but. That's a small thing, I think. Nothing much to say about it. You've got the control stick here. We're going to... Oops. That's a bit of a problem as well, to be honest. We're going to stick Anakin in here. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to put his lightsaber. You have to take it off and put it somewhere else. It'd be nice if they added, like, a little feature on the bottom to, like, I don't know, something that's poked out, which you could put his lightsaber on, but, you know, whatever. This bit is a bit fragile. You have to be careful, if you knock it off, then, yeah. It doesn't take much to knock it off, what I'm saying. And I can't even put it back on. Okay. And you just, oops, goes down like that. And, can you see him through there? You can actually see him through there. You can see him. That's cool. I love that view. Look at that. That is cool. Don't you think that's cool? That's a cool view. And obviously, probably one of the most main features about the Interceptor is the fact that it does have the foldable up panels. Very much like the V-Wing. And basically it just has four panels, things. And this is like, this set, I think is the, in between, like, the TIE Fighter and the ARC 170. I think I said about the V-Wing, actually, but I'm not sure. It's somewhere between them. Because, obviously, the TIE Fighter has those solar panels on the side, which the ARC 170 doesn't, which is very efficient. But they do have these solar panels on here. I mean, they're a bit useless, mainly because on the inside rather than the outside, but... You know, nonetheless, they're there, and they hold it. And they just fold up like so, just, I don't know, just any position, really. There's not really a set position they have to be in. Just generally a bit folded. And, yeah. So, by the way, there's all stickers on the inside. Oops. Those are all stickers, but they're very cool stickers. You had those stickers on the old ones as well, but yeah. Nothing to say. Oh, it's underneath them. Nothing really, just plain. So that is extremely cool. Oh, yeah, by the way, it doesn't really have landing gear, which is a bit of a flaw because the other, well, at least the blue one did, had these two landing gear that came out from under here and came down, and also a little landing gear which came from the back, which I thought was an extremely cool feature. So it's a bit of a bummer they don't have it on this one. I don't know why they didn't add it, but you know, even so, it stands up very good, and I think it looks very cool without landing gear as well. But it'd be nice if it did have landing gear. But what are you gonna do? Does it? No, it doesn't. That's a bit of a bummer. It does have these clippies though. So it just flies around like that. It's actually one of the fastest things in the Republic Navy. Apparently, it's one of the fastest ships. It's faster than all the other, you know, Arc 170s, Z95 Headhunter. I think it's faster than the V-Wing. It's faster than pretty much everything. Well, most interceptors are. And it spins around, very maneuverable. You can hold it by the back and it goes. Oh, oops. Put that in there. And there you go. Nice like that. Okay. Just flap it in. It flies either way. The engines are different as well. I can't really tell you how different they are without comparing to the other one, but the other one's broken. But the engines are a lot more detailed, a lot more accurate, and I think a lot better. So look, it sits down very nicely even without landing gear. Which the other ones did have, which is unfortunate. On the instruction manuals, my reviews are getting so long. I mean, the Republic gunship was like more than 35 minutes. So, I'm really short on these. Unless you like it. I don't know what you like. I just like to go through everything in detail. Anyway, it has 4 bags, which I think is a bit excessive for a set that only has 300 pieces. You know, I would expect maybe 2 bags, maybe. 2 bags would be good, you know, one for all of this, and then another one for the Starfighter, but they seem to split the Interceptor into 3 different bits. I can't remember building this, because I built it last year, but, you know, so that's kind of strange, the fact that you separate it up. It has a set. I do have that set, and I've reviewed it. I have that, and I've reviewed it. I do not have that. I have 2 of them. Have I reviewed that? I think, yeah, no, I have reviewed that. I've got that, and I've reviewed it. I've got 2 of them as well. And I've got that, and I've reviewed it. I've got 3 of them. And then just going through the features. Very cool. What? Oh, sorry, I thought it said bounced out. No. It doesn't have an ejector seat like his yellow long Starfighter, if you know what I mean. Not his Interceptor. The first one he had, that yellow normal Starfighter, it was like a triangle, like Obi-Wan's, if you know what I mean. Yeah, whatever. That's just the pieces, and there you go, stickers. It doesn't have a comic in the back, which most of the 2012 things did. So that's a bit unfortunate. It doesn't have a comic. Oh, sad. Sad face. No comic. But oh well. Maybe the reason it has 2 of these things, maybe because you meant to put a lightsaber in one of them. But that's ridiculous because it's that. Yeah, it's not meant to go there. But whatever. Fine if it was. Okay, guys. Hang on. Putting my figures back. Whoops. Whatever. We'll put these 2 on here. There you go. Of course, there will be no match for Obi-Wan Kenobi and his mad skills. Newt Gunray is actually a massive coward. Seriously. So, yeah. And there you go. Okay, guys. So that was the review of Anakin's Jedi Interceptor from last year. I will be comparing it to the 2014 one when that comes out. I'm a bit surprised they brought out 2 within 2 years of each other. You know, 2 system sets, versions of it. So, but you know, it is technically, I think it's different enough to call it a different set because it is yellow and it is a different. He used it at different times, so I think it's different enough to not just be a repeat. Like, because yeah. Anyway, guys, so thanks for watching. I've just kept up under 30 minutes, but I've really got to get quick. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I hope you have a great day. Unfortunately, I'll be not here for a week. I'll go on with that later. Bye, guys.